That is right. We are going to build a mountain. Why are we going to build a mountain, you may ask? Just for fun, basically. And it's going to look nice. Now, I actually have a bit of a history making mountains, but it's kind of embarrassing. I'll show you anyways, though. So this is a survival world that I played on about 4 years ago. And it's the first world where I really practiced building a lot. And I attempted to build mountains, and these are gonna be a reference of what not to do with today's mountain. And here they are. Now these weren't too bad 4 years ago when I first started learning how to build, but I've learned something since then, and it's that you can use more than just 2 blocks to build terrain. I kind of just placed stone and slapped some snow on top of it, and that is not what we're gonna do today. The mountain that we're gonna build today is gonna have a lot more life and colors and shapes and all of that good stuff. Anyways, enough of this world, let's get back to the other one. Also, if my voice sounds terrible right now, it's because I'm sick. If my voice sounds terrible in other videos, that's just my voice. Can't do much about that. Back in the survival world now, we are going to be building the mountain right over this hill. The plan for this mountain is going to be a tall main peak with a bunch of other smaller peaks stemming off of it to make it gradually slope down back into the terrain. And eventually what I want with this entire area is we are going to have hills rolling down this entire peninsula kind of shape that we have going on here, and we are going to have a village next to the mountain. And in the front of the mountain is going to be a big opening for a dwarven mine that I'll want to build someday. Normally this is the part of the video where I need to go out and gather all the resources. But because I've been waiting to build this for so long, I already basically have all the resources gathered up. But since I don't have shulker boxes, we're gonna have to make a little campsite, or chest monster depending on how you want to look at it, and carry all the blocks over to the hill. Yeah, this might take a little while. Let's see how many trips it takes me. Alrighty, we got all of our blocks. And that took like 4 or 5 trips. It wasn't that bad, though apparently in that amount of time, I've lost all of my tuff. I don't know how. I need like 500 blocks of tuff, so let's go do that now. Well, now that we have all the blocks we need, the first thing that we're going to do to start this build and this entire project is tearing down this tree, unfortunately. This tree wasn't a very special tree, nor did it have very much significant meaning to me. I just wanted to make this a dramatic part of the video. Though, I guess with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, it looks like the time has come. I have nothing else to do except start building. And I actually designed this mountain in Creative, so I already know it's going to look beautiful. And I'm going to use Litematica to help me build it to make sure it's perfect. Blah blah blah. Let's get building. Now I realize we don't have a whole lot done yet, but I thought it was a good time to come back in and chat. The Lightmatica mod is both the greatest thing ever, but at the same time, I don't know how to use it properly, and it's making a lot of things a lot more frustrating than it needs to be. Anyways, this is the entrance. We have our bridge going up to what is going to be the archway to a mine. And I don't know who had the great idea of using concrete powder as a building block, but I'm not liking them very much right now. Guys, it was me. I designed the mountain. I only have myself to blame. Yeah, I definitely didn't go easy on myself with the amount of different blocks that we needed for this, especially with such a big build in front of us. But it's gonna look good after we're done building it, so it's okay. Anyways, it's past midnight already, but I think I can maybe finish this arch before I go to bed, and then we can continue building the entire mountain tomorrow. So let's see how much I can get done really fast. Yeah, I stayed up until like 1:20 a.m. last night just to finish this build. So please appreciate it, and maybe even like the video. I think it was worth it though, it looks really cool. With all the gold like flowing up into it, and we got the gold center and all the details with levers and iron bars and lodestones. I like all the gold that's spilled across this bridge like they're just overflowing with riches. Okay, we have a good start to the build, but we still don't have a mountain. So I'm gonna work on that right now. Now look at this. I mean, just look at this. This is what I had to deal with while building this thing. I don't know why I used so much concrete powder, but every time I'd place it down, it would just fall 100 blocks down into the grass. That's why if you saw any holes in the mountain, that's where concrete powder was supposed to go. And don't worry, I already fixed them. A whole stack of this concrete powder fell while building this, and I can see more places that I've missed. Anyways, I also set up a beacon to help with jump boost. That made navigating this mountain a whole lot easier. Ooh. Do I see free stuff? Hello, Grover Cleveland. Ooh. I want to build mountains again. Mountains, Gandalf. Then find somewhere quiet where I can finish my video. Well, don't you think that in order to finish your video, you must first stop watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy and actually start recording? Well, no. But also yes. Though this computer is mine. Mine! Why shouldn't I watch those movies? After all, they are precious to me. Mr. Denominator, do not take me as some cheap conjurer or YouTube advice. I'm speaking to you as a friend. Now go finish your video. I suppose you're right, as usual. Let's go build that mountain. Well, that was interesting. Sorry, I know that seemed really random, but this entire build project has been heavily inspired by The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. This mountain was heavily inspired by The Hobbit and the Lonely Mountain, where in the movies and in the books they go into a mine filled with riches. I'm super eager to put the top on this mountain, and I'm gonna do that right now. But don't leave yet, because we're not finished with this project yet. It feels good to have built a mountain again. And the stain, that is the mountains that I built 4 years ago that I showed you earlier in this video, can finally be removed by this one. This thing turned out exactly how I wanted it to, so I'm really happy about that. We can go into the free cam, say hi to ourselves, and then fly around and just really look at this thing. Now the back of it and the sides and everything I do plan to do eventually. But that's going to take a lot more time than the main focus, so we're going to save that for another time. Because I want to get this video out. And the terrain isn't as simple as building it anyways. I need to plan it out because I want an entire village going through here. And terrain is very important for the layout. And it feels great walking through the gardens and just seeing this thing in the background. Though this rocket ship kind of looks like it's at the same height from back here. So we might have to take this down. Yeah, I don't plan to use this thing ever again, so we could probably take this down at some point. And if we ever need a time machine again, we'll make a better one. Though I don't know what this mess down here is. All this pink stuff. The fire makes sense, but I don't know what's happening here. And it feels great walking through this garden and just seeing this thing in the background. Thank you for watching this far into the video. And if you liked it, maybe like the video. And I'll try to get the next video out as soon as possible. But if you feel like watching another video, you can go watch the one where I made an automatic pumpkin pie factory. Or the one where I attempt to prove to you that silverfish are pretty overpowered. Anyways, goodbye.